Corina 401 Heavy, contact Sydney Direct on 126.1.
Contacting Sydney Direct on 126.1, Corina 401 Heavy. Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa is 12 nautical miles southwest of Cessnock at 17,400 feet, requesting Isles approach runway 16 right at 6.
Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, continuous filed, expect the Isles approach runway 16 left of Sydney Kingsford.
Roger, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa.
Singapore 241 Heavy, contact Sydney Direct on 126.1.
Contacting Sydney Direct on 126.1, Singapore 241 Heavy.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, contact Sydney Direct on 126.1.
Contacting Sydney Direct on 126.1, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo. Thank you, good day, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Alpha 7 Alpha Papa Delta, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Alpha 7 Alpha Papa Delta, good day.
November 29 Echo Whiskey, turn left heading 330, descend and maintain 4000. Turn left heading 330, descend and maintain 4000, November 29 Echo Whiskey.
Isles monitor, velocity 851, with you at 18,600.
November 29 Echo Whiskey, contact Sydney Direct on 126.1. Contacting Sydney Direct on 126.1, November 29 Echo Whiskey. Echoing 140 Heavy, turn right heading 270, descend and maintain 5000.
Turn right heading 270, descend and maintain 5000, Echoing 140 Heavy. Isles monitor, either 24 Heavy, with you at 19,000.
Either 24 Heavy, radar contact, say approach request.
Either 24 Heavy is 16 nautical miles west of the Oaks at 19,000 feet, requesting Isles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford. Isles monitor.
Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, contact Sydney Direct on 126.1.
Contacting Sydney Direct on 126.1, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa. Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa is 8 nautical miles west of Mangrove NT at 8,800 feet, requesting GPS approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Turn right heading 120, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, clear via runway 16 right, Boeing 6334 Heavy. Florina 401 Heavy, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear via runway 16 right approach.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Singapore 241 Heavy. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear via runway 16 right, Florina 401 Heavy.
Florina 401 Heavy, maintain 160 knots until 4 mile final.
Maintain 160 knots until 4 mile final, Florina 401 Heavy. Air China 173 Heavy is 8 nautical miles west of Mangrove NT at 9,400 feet, requesting miles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Turn right heading 150, Cathay 153.
Fed X796 Heavy, contact IAS monitor on 133.905. Contacting IAS monitor on 13. Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, continuous filed, expect the GPS approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford.
Roger, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa.
Air China 173 Heavy, continuous filed, expect the IAS approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Roger, Air China 173 Heavy.
Boeing 6334 Heavy, please follow instructions. Boeing 6334 Heavy, turn right heading 190, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, clear via runway 16 right approach.
Sydney Direct, Juliet 7 Charlie Oscar Bravo, with you at 21,300.
Turn right heading 190, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, clear via runway 16 right, Boeing 6334 Heavy. Air China 173 Heavy, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Air China 173 Heavy.
Juliet 7 Charlie Oscar Bravo, contact IAS monitor on 133.905. Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, descend and maintain 5000.
Contact. Descend and maintain 5000, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa.
Qantas 646 Heavy, turn right heading 090.
Sydney Direct, Aircalin 140 Heavy, with you at 5000.
Turn right heading 090, Qantas 646 Heavy.
Qantas 420 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Qantas 420 Heavy, good day.
Aircalin 140 Heavy, expect vectors for the IAS approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford.
Roger, Aircalin 140 Heavy.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Aircalin 140 Heavy, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Aircalin 140 Heavy.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo. Thank you, good day. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, cleared GPS approach runway 16 left.
Cleared GPS runway 16 left, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa.
Boeing 6334 Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Boeing 6334 Heavy.
Sydney Direct, velocity 851, with you at 8,200.
Qantas 1 is 6 nautical miles south of Sydney Kingsford at 8,900 feet, flying VFR.
New Zealand 249, turn right heading 340. Sydney Direct, Qantas 026 Victor Golf, with you at 10,200.
Turn right heading 340, New Zealand 249.
Boeing 6334 Heavy, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Boeing 6334 Heavy. Air China 173 Heavy, descend and maintain 3000.
descend and maintain 3000, Air China 173 heavy.
Echoing 140 heavy, turn left heading 240.
Turn left heading 240, Aircalin 140 heavy.
Qantas 646 heavy, turn right heading 120.
Turn right heading 120. Qantas 646 heavy.
Qantas 026 Victor Golf, radar contact, say approach request. Qantas 026 Victor Golf is 8 nautical miles west of Mangrove MT at 9,400 feet, request denials approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford. Velocity 851, turn left heading 330, descend and maintain 4000.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa.
Cathay 153, report airport in sight.
Australian 5061, Sydney Kingsford Tower, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, inbound on the GPS runway 16 left, Jetstar 6715, hold position. Line up and wait runway 16 right, Jetstar 487.
Holding position, Jetstar 6715.
Qatar Cargo 165 heavy, hold short of runway 16 right, Jetstar 6715, continue taxi. Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, Australian 5061.
Holding short runway 16 right, Qatar Cargo 16.
Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, wind 160 at 11, number 3, runway 16 left, clear to land. Frequency, number 3, clear to land, runway 16 left, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Jetstar 6715, ready for departure in sequence at runway 16 right, departing straight out.
Corina 401 heavy, contact Sydney Kingsford ground on 126.5. Contacting Sydney Kingsford ground on 126.5, Corina 401 heavy. Jetstar 487, wind 160 at 11, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff. Qatar Cargo 165 heavy, line up and wait runway 16 right. Thank you, good day, 2 taxi Aero 24 kilo. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Qantas 566, ready for departure at runway 16 right, remaining in the pattern. Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, Jetstar 487. Jetstar 6715, hold short of runway 16 right.
Line up and wait runway 16 right, Qatar Cargo 165 heavy.
Holding short runway 16 right, Jetstar 6715.
Australian 5061, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Australian 5061, good day. Qantas 566, tower is not accepting pattern work at this time.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Cathay 153, inbound on the visual runway 16 right.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Qatar Cargo 165 heavy, wind 160 at 11, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Wilco, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Qantas 566, line up and wait runway 16 right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, Qatar Cargo 165 heavy.
Line up and wait runway 16 right, Qantas 566. Jetstar 487, frequency change approved, good day. Cathay 153, wind 160 at 11, number 1, runway 16 right, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 16 right, Cathay 153.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Qantas 1053, ready for departure at runway 16 right, departing south. Qantas 1053, your number 3 for departure. Roger, Qantas 1053. Boeing 6334 heavy, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Qatar Cargo 165 heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Wilco, Boeing 6334 heavy. Frequency change approved Qatar Cargo 165 heavy, good day.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Aircalin 140 heavy,
1000.
inbound on the ILS runway 16 left. Qantas 566, wind 160 at 11, runway 16 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Air China 173 heavy is 9 nautical miles to the north at 2,600 feet, inbound for landing. Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, Qantas 566. Air China 173 heavy, wind 160 at 11, number 2, runway 16 right, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 right, Air China 173 heavy. Aircalin 140 heavy, wind 160 at 11, number 2, runway 16 left, cleared to land.
500.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 left, Aircalin 140 heavy.
400. 300.
Qantas 566, frequency change approved, good day.
200.
Frequency change approved Qantas 566, good day.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, retard, retard.
Cathay 153, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco, Cathay 153.
Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Wilco, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Alpha Papa November Whiskey Zulu Super, ready for departure at runway 16 right, departing south.
Cathay 153, request permission to cross runway 7.
Alpha Papa November Whiskey Zulu Super, hold short of runway 16 right. Holding short runway 16 right, Alpha Papa November Whiskey Zulu Super. Cathay 153, cross runway 7.
Crossing runway 7, Cathay 153.
Cathay 153, contact Sydney Kingsford ground on 126.5.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford ground on 126.5, Cathay 153.
Jetstar 6715, line up and wait runway 16 right.
Line up and wait runway 1.
Jetstar 6715, correction, stand by. Sydney Kingsford ground, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, request taxi to parking.
Corina 401 heavy, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Sydney Kingsford ground, Cathay 153, request taxi to Bay 9 at the International Terminal.
Contacting
Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi into International.
taxi to parking, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa.
Sydney Kingsford ground, 9 Victor Oscar Sierra Tango, ready to taxi with information Sierra.
Boeing 6334 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Sydney Kingsford ground, Aircalin 140 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Boeing 6334 Heavy, taxi to International Terminal Bay 33, hold short at 16 right 34 left. Boeing 6334 Heavy, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. 9 Victor Oscar Sierra Tango, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha, contact Tower when ready. Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Boeing 6334 Heavy. Aircalin 140 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi into runway 16 right via Alpha, 9 Victor Oscar Sierra Tango.
Taxi to parking, Aircalin 140 Heavy.
Sydney Kingsford ground, Qantas 491 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Sierra. Qantas 491 Heavy, pushback approved. pushback approved, Qantas 491 heavy. Foreigner 401 heavy, cross runway 7.
Crossing runway 7, Corina 401 heavy.
Sydney Kingsford ground, Philippines 007, ready for pushback, requesting runway 16 right. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, request permission to cross runway 7.
Philippines 007, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, Philippines 007.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, cross runway 7. Sydney Kingsford ground, Qantas 491 heavy, ready to taxi with information Sierra.
Crossing runway 7, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Qantas 491 heavy, runway 16 right, taxi via Golf, Alpha, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 16 right via Golf, Alpha, Qantas 491 heavy.
Sydney Kingsford ground, Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, request taxi to Bay 54 at the Terminal 2.
Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, taxi to Terminal 2 Bay 54.
Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, request permission to cross runway 2.
Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa, cross runway 7.
Crossing runway 7, Q-Link 304 Charlie Papa. Sydney Kingsford ground, Saudia 718, ready for pushback with information Sierra.
Taxiing to Terminal 2 Bay 54, Japan Air 252 Victor Golf.
Airline 140 heavy, request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Echoing 140 heavy, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Saudia 718, pushback approved.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Airline 140 heavy. Pushback approved, Saudia 718. Qantas 228, request frequency change.
Sydney Kingsford ground, Qantas 026 Victor Golf, request taxi to Bay 56 of the Terminal 2. Qantas 026 Victor Golf, taxi to Terminal 2 Bay 56. Foreigner 401 heavy, hold position. Taxiing to Terminal 2 Bay 56, Qantas 026 Victor Golf.
Holding position, Corina 401 heavy.
Sydney Kingsford ground, Qantas 646 heavy, request taxi to Bay 10 at the Terminal 3.
Qantas 646 heavy, taxi to Terminal 3 Bay 10, hold short of 16 right 34 left.
Sydney Kingsford ground, Saudia 718, ready to taxi with information Sierra.
Taxiing to Terminal 3 Bay 10, will hold short of 16 right 34 left, Qantas 646 heavy.
Saudia 718, runway 16 right, taxi via Yankee, Golf, Alpha, contact tower when ready.
Qantas 646 heavy, request permission to cross runway 7.
Qantas 026 Victor Golf, request permission to cross runway 7. Qantas 646 heavy, cross runway 7. Qantas 026 Victor Golf, cross runway 7.
Crossing runway 7, Qantas 646 Heavy.
Crossing runway 7, Qantas 026 Victor Golf. Sydney Kingsford Ground, November 29 Echo Whiskey, request taxi to parking. November 29 Echo Whiskey, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
November 472 Hotel Mike, request frequency change.
Qantas 646 Heavy, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Taxi to parking, November 29 Echo Whiskey.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Qantas 646 Heavy.
November 472 Hotel Mike, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Florina 401 Heavy, continue taxi.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, November 472 Hotel Mike.
Continue taxi, Corina 401 Heavy.
Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, disregard last message.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Philippines 007, ready to taxi to runway 16 right.
Philippines 007, hold position.
Holding position, Philippines 007.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, request taxi to Bay 35 at the International Terminal.
Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, taxi to International Terminal Bay 35, hold short at 16 right 34 left.
Thank you, good day, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Japan Air 252 Victor Golf. Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, disregard last message.
Philippines 007, runway 16 right, taxi via Yankee, Golf, Alpha, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 16 right via Yankee, Golf, Alpha, Philippines 007.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Air India 184 Super, ready for pushback with information Sierra.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, FedEx 796 Heavy, request taxi to Bay 5A at the International Cargo. Air India 184 Super, pushback approved. FedEx 796 Heavy, taxi to International Cargo Bay 5A, hold short of 16 right 34 left.
Pushback approved, Air India 184 Super.
Taxiing to International Cargo Bay 5A, will hold short of 16 right 34 left, FedEx 796 Heavy. Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, request taxi to Bay 35 at the International Terminal.
Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, taxi to International Terminal Bay 35, hold short of 16 right 34 left.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Airline 140 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Taxiing to International Terminal Bay 35, will hold short of 16 right 34 left, Japan Air 252 Victor Golf.
Airline 140 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Airline 140 Heavy. Sydney Kingsford Ground, Juliet 7 Charlie Oscar Bravo, request taxi to Bay 9 at the International Terminal.
Juliet 7 Charlie Oscar Bravo, taxi to International Terminal Bay 9.
Taxi into International Terminal Bay 9, Juliet 7 Charlie Oscar Bravo.
Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Japan Air 252 Victor Golf, please follow instructions.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Japan Air 252 Victor Golf.
Juliet 7 Charlie Oscar Bravo, request permission to cross runway 7. Airclean 140 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 7. Sydney Kingsford Ground, Air India 184 Super, ready to taxi with information Sierra.
Juliet 7 Charlie Oscar Bravo, cross runway 7. Echoing 140 Heavy, cross runway 7.
Crossing runway 7, Juliet 7 Charlie Oscar Bravo.
Air India 184 Super, runway 16 right, taxi via Alta, contact tower when ready.
Crossing runway 7, Airclean 140 Heavy. Taxi into runway 16 right via Alta, Air India 184 Super.
FedEx 796 Heavy, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Q-Link 2212, request taxi to Bay 43 at the Terminal 2.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, FedEx 796 Heavy. Q-Link 2212, taxi to Terminal 2 Bay 43.
Taxiing to Terminal 2 Bay 43, Q-Link 2212. Thank you, Qantas 646 Heavy.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Etihad 450 Lima Kilo Super, request taxi to Bay 24 at the International Terminal. Etihad 450 Lima Kilo Super, taxi to International Terminal Bay 24. Taxiing to International Terminal Bay 24, Etihad 450 Lima Kilo Super. Etihad 450 Lima Kilo Super, requests permission to cross runway 7. Etihad 450 Lima Kilo Super, cross runway 7. Crossing runway 7, Etihad 450 Lima Kilo Super.
Stand by, either 24 Heavy. Sydney Kingsford Ground, EVA 24 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
EVA 24 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Qantas 491 Heavy, request frequency change.
Japan Air 252 Victor Golf.